All right.
Okay.
Well, what should we start with?
We're
Dramatic reading?
starting with the dramatic reading, girl.
All
Go
right.
for it.
Excuse me for the horrible Shakespearean accent that is about to come out of my mouth because it's not going to be good. To get to I need a skull.
Or a raven.
Or a raven. But that's Poe.
I know, but I feel like it's dark academia. That gives me more the Edgar Allan Poe than it does a...
You're right.
Yep.
You're right. You are mine, and I will carve my name into your perfect flesh if that's what it takes for you to accept it. Carving for carving.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's get started. Grab your tea, pull up a chair, and welcome to the lair. I'm Tabby.
And I'm Alex, and we are the faces of Cozy Boutique and Dragon Lair.
And this is Lair to Library, the podcast where we drag your favorite books to the screen to see if they actually live up to that hype, or if they deserve to get absolutely roasted by dragons.
And we will completely roast them like Tucker's turkey.
Yes, we will. All right, let's start off favorite snacks and drinks this week.
This week, I've been drinking my cotton candy liquid IV because now I'm obsessed with it, and my Dr. Pepper for dinner. Well, for dinner, with dinner. I haven't really snacked this week though.
Okay.
I've been eating a lot of leftover pizza.
Yeah.
I don't really eat when he's gone.
I know you don't. But, that's something you can work on.
Gotta, live somehow, I guess.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Mine has been, I found a new drink. So, I drink that sparkling ice all the time.
Yeah.
So, Kroger has what they consider as their fizz brand. And they have the orange mango. And I'm absolutely obsessed with it now. It is so good. And then, of course, I'm always drinking my Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Like, there's no getting around that. And today I need an extra dose of, caffeine.
Yeah, I have my Alani today.
It's been a long day. Between running a aid station for a triathlon this morning, then doing an open water swim right after that. I'm exhausted.
Well, after this, you can go home and take a nap.
At that point, I might as well just go to bed.
That doesn't sound too bad either. I'll be honest.
All right, what are you reading currently?
What am I reading? I started Lights Out.
Finally?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, girl. I'm so excited.
I got a hankering yesterday, so I stopped what I was doing and I went to Barnes & Noble and they had the special edition. So I grabbed it.
Right there was the keyword. Special edition. If you have not figured out, this girl, completely a sucker for anything special edition or spread edges.
Or signed.
Yep, she just all over it. It's
a financial necessity at this point. It's no longer like a luxury, it's a necessity.
Gotcha. Necessity. All right, well. Let's start with our icebreaker.
Yep. What is a fictional red flag that would make you call the police in real life, but we squeal over in books?
Okay. Mine is definitely more of that possessive, touch her and die kind of mentality. Because real life, it's okay, you're going on aggressive or like this is assault or harassment or stalking or something is going on here that is not okay. But in books, I'm yes, just tell her she's yours and scream mine. Growl it for me.
Growl it for me. Mine is let's break into her house and give her presents. I would love the presents, but I'd be really concerned if you were breaking into my house.
Right.
What is going on? Who's getting into my house? How are they getting into my house? And are they stalking me?
Yeah, it's a little much.
It's a little much.
But it's amazing in books. There's so many good books with that.
And they're making Honey Adeline a movie. So I'm excited.
I know. I'm excited ever since you texted me about that. All right, let's move into the Red Flag Hall of Fame. So the concept for this is that each of us have 2 red flag characters.
Mm-hmm.
One is more of like a contemporary college romance style, dark theme is what we kind of went with style. And the other one being more of like a fantasy, paranormal. So let's go ahead and we'll go one by one. We'll introduce who our character we picked were and give us a little bit, maybe some like signs of what their red flags are.
All right. Who's starting?
You can go first.
Okay. I brought both books because I kind of went over both books. So we've got Carving for Kara. What is going on? And Little Nightmare, which is what he calls Kara. His name is Rhett, and he is certifiably insane. Stalking her, breaking into her house, and putting cameras everywhere. Basically kidnaps her and locks her in her house until she gets Stockholm Syndrome. And kills people. The dude is legitimately insane. And then for my fantasy, we have done Tamlin.
Mr. Tampon himself.
Tamlin's a little bitch.
I mean, it is what it is.
That's so true.
All right, for mine, I picked from The Pucking Wrong Number by C.R. Jane. I picked to go with the first one, Lincoln. He's a very interesting
She made me read this book in 2 days.
He's a very interesting character.
And I just thought this can't get any more weirder and clinically psychotic, and it does.
Oh, it does. It does. And so, so I put down some of his potential red flags. So things like being obsessed, very quickly into the book. Like
he didn't
wrong number, boom, he's obsessed.
He saw a picture and that was it.
That was it. It was over.
Yeah.
Pushing personal boundaries a lot. Jealousy and possessiveness. Using manipulation. Difficulty accepting no. Overstepping privacy boundaries. Treating like threats. He's very much will definitely threaten people, trying to control the behavior. He is very emotionally intense to a very unhealthy degree.
Dude's got trauma.
Major trauma. Makes decisions based on, obsession rather than really consent. And then he also exhibits stalking behaviors. Really bad.
Honestly, I feel like that's a little bit of an understatement.
Yeah. He's very much a stalker. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely there.
Yeah. 100%.
And then for my fantasy, I had to go with an oldie but true one for me, which is my boy Zayden Ryderson from Fourth Wing. Had to pick him. He's got a lot of green flags that you find out later on, but we all know that he is very much the bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
So, I got my potential red flags for him.
Our pickle, which you will see at some point in this lifetime, we named him Shadow Daddy after.
Yes, very much so. So his red flags were things like keeping secrets, of course. He has a ton of secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Using intimidation to get authority or control. He's very emotionally guarded. Makes decisions on Violet's safety without consulting her. Has a violent reputation. Believes the ends can justify the means when protecting those he loves. Carries significant emotional baggage.
Yes.
Like a ton of emotional baggage, like so much. Lives dangerous, high-risk lifestyle.
Yeah.
which is always putting his partners in, constant danger.
Yep.
He tests trust rather than freely offering it.
Yeah.
And can be possessive to like a controlling standpoint.
Yeah.
So those were some of the red flags that I saw with him.
And those are true red flags.
They are true red flags.
So, the next question that I'm going to ask you is, does like being like powerful magically, being a Fae prince, or like how Zayden's got like his stuff, and he's kind of royal too, does that excuse you from being a toxic partner?
I don't think it excuses you at all, but I feel like it depends on the situation, because like I'm going to get into later with Zayden, I feel like there are some things that when talking with a partner and stuff could potentially be worked out. So I mean, it kind of is one of those, like, it depends on the situation kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's their background? What's their story? What's happening in the moment?
I agree.
So
I agree.
All right, we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
It is called Red Flag or Just Misunderstood. So the way this is gonna work is we're gonna rapid fire debate on specific tropes. So we'll take turns reading them, and we have to determine if it is a hot red flag. So it means like hot, like amazing, even though it's a red flag. A green flag that is disguise, or an instant DNF or trash can. So let's start with the first trope. The who did this to you anger response.
Green flag.
Green flag?
Green flag.
Okay, no, I agree.
That's like protectiveness.
Green flag.
I know it can be like over the top protectiveness in some of these books, but like I still feel like that just, I care about you. I don't want you to be hurt.
Yeah, I feel like it's a common, common sense response.
Even in like the regular, like tame contemporary stuff, it's still like, are you okay?
Right.
All right. Okay. Buying the entire bookstore / company just so he has to interact with her.
So I said this was a hot red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
I said it's a hot red flag though, girl. It gives me like
it is a hot red flag.
It gives me like 50 Shades of Grey, where he buys the publishing company and just be able to be around her, and then like debates. Oh, he didn't do it just for her. Oh, come on, please.
Yes, he did.
We know he did. That is such a hot red flag. It's so overstepping boundaries, but I
agree.
All right, next one. I hate everyone in the world except you, brooding loader.
Huge red flag. I don't even think that's hot, to be honest. Get away from me. I need space.
Okay, so I'm like total opposite. I think it's so hot. Sorry, guys.
Hello, Parker.
My brother's trying to FaceTime me, my youngest brother, because he always tries to FaceTime me. Gotta love him. All right. I think that it's like I am like a big, especially when I'm reading like my sports romance, and he's like the brooding like guy on the team who like he has friends, but he's like not gonna admit that he likes them, kind of thing. But like for you, everything, like yes, that I'm like so into that.
I guess it would just depend on the intensity.
Okay,
because that. As I didn't think about that. That I like that, but like the like completely obsessed, lock you in a closet type of.
But yeah, you're all reading all these dark romances.
I am reading a lot of dark romances right now.
All these guys locking them in their own stinking houses until they're obsessed with her.
I don't want to know what that says about me.
I don't either.
Speaking of which,
all right.
Kidnapping as a form of protection.
Depends on the situation, but I think it could potentially be a hot red flag because it's for your protection kind of thing.
I get that.
It's not just kidnapping, it's kidnapping for your protection.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be like a hot.
Kidnapping and kidnapping for your protection are two different things.
Yep. 2 different categories. All right. What about this last one? Extreme jealousy over a platonic male friend.
So I put this as yellow because we're going red light, green light, not blue light, yellow light. Because I feel like it would depend.
Yeah.
Because like they're friends, you should trust your partner.
Right.
No trust, no relationship. That's my philosophy. So like you should trust your partner enough to not be jealous of said male friend.
Of course. I agree with you. I totally put this in the category because I'm like, in my opinion, it's like you can't be mad just because they have friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like people need friends outside of their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a healthy relationship
Mm-hmm.
is like. Now, if we're moving into this, like it is clearly obvious that male friend really wants to be with her, and he's trying to step in, then that's a different situation. Yes. But if they're just platonic, like you should trust your partner.
Yeah. So that's why it's yellow.
Yes. All right. Let's go into our exhibit A. So we are going to read the receipts.
And mind you, this is all going to be kind of like a court case.
Yes.
So we're going to start with the evidence.
Yes. So I need you to tell me literal proof of how this love interest does things completely like unhinged, cringy, or toxic. I need those passages, those talked about things that happen in the book that makes those red flags stand out.
Well, Rhett, his entire life is toxic. So like I'm just gonna like paraphrase all of these quotes. Pulling. He takes cameras with him. So basically, I don't want to say he like kidnaps them, but he tricks them into thinking that he's their Uber. And then they're so drunk, he carries them into the house, but he uses that as a gateway to put cameras in the house to watch her and to see who's coming and going from the house at all times. Trigger warning, he rapes her in a pumpkin patch. Why? No, we don't do that. He kills for her. He kills her ex-boyfriend who she was still hooking up with, cuts off his head and makes him in a jack-o'-lantern and puts it on the chair that's on her bench. With a candle, by the way, inside of it. And he's like, do you like my gift for you, little nightmare? No, I do not. And then going into the second book, he kidnaps her. He locks everything. He like doubly secures the front door so that way if she does somehow get away, it's going to take her a second to get out of the house. And basically just Stockholm syndrome. He manipulates her into Stockholm syndrome. And then she becomes him. And that's just game over.
Oh, yeah.
So then we've got Mr. Tampon. Also just going to go throughout the series. We should all know this. He first takes Feyre away from her family. He threatens her family if she ever, he's like, you can live anywhere in Prithian, but if you go over that wall, your family's done. We're not taking care of them anymore. He has anger issues. There are multiple times, at least in the first book, where he gets angry and he can't control like his fangs and his claws. He also, going in kind of to the second book, locks her in and says it's for her protection, keeps her in the dark about whatever is going on, which is supposedly like puts her life in danger, and forces her to marry him. Dude's got problems. And then you go little further in. Mind you, I'm condensing all of his toxic traits because there are way more than what I'm listing off. Um, he is now jealous of Rhysand. Well, he's always jealous of Rhysand, but he's really pissed because Rhysand and Feyre are mates. So he just kind of attacks. He like projects things onto her, which doesn't go very well with Azriel and Cassian. And then he just lets himself go. And I think right now he's a wolf in the spring court and everything's overgrown and it's like an abandoned house. Yeah, I need to know his backstory.
Yeah.
I feel like the backstory would explain everything. Well, most things, but
I feel like as the series goes on, I mean, we're coming out with the 6th book later this year, like we'll slowly start to learn enough to know kind of if he has redeemable qualities or not.
Yes, but right now, Tamlin's a little bitch.
Basically. All right. Well, my evidence for mine, as those watching can see, I tabbed my little book.
She tabs a lot.
Quite a bit.
Because her name is Tab.
Haha, that's funny. But I wanted to make sure I had the right things. So I'm going to go over the evidence from the book because I put my tabs in here as I was reading. I mean, besides the fact that first meets her, gets super obsessed with her after the first picture is shared. He literally, we're on chapter 6, already had a PI investigate her and get a whole file on her with different pictures he drug up, where she works, where she goes to school, where she lives, like everything he could find out, even down to literally the date of her parents' deaths.
Yeah, he was like, I got money, I'm gonna find everything out.
Like he dug into everything.
Then he looks at her like she's stupid and is like, why wouldn't I do that?
Right? We're not even that much further into it and I already have another one. So literally within that same chapter, he is like stalking her, of course. But he literally in his inner dialogue says, I wanted to kidnap her and lock her away so no one else could see her perfection. Like, dude, we're not even...
That's jealousy, obsession, like and kidnapping all in one.
Yeah, like it's so in there. Well, and then it gets even worse. Then she is on this date, but she didn't realize it was a date. Yeah. It was supposed to be like a study thing with like a group of them, and found out that the guy had basically got her into going into a date and was like, oh, everyone else canceled. So what does he do? Because of course he's watching. He's literally outside of the restaurant watching.
Dude has issues.
Literally calls the restaurant, offers an insane amount of money for the restaurant to close down for the night.
Which goes to the would you buy the entire bookstore / company trope.
Right.
He didn't buy it, but he bought
it out for the night. And then literally she like calls him because she's worried about the guy stalking her or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he ends up beating the guy up in the alley. Because it literally says the next thing is, I should have stopped there, but hearing the fear in her voice when she called me, that's how her douchebag classmate ended up in the alleyway afterward. My fist destroying his face.
I wonder what she'll think the next day in class.
Right? Jeez. The next one, the evidence I have, is he shows up at her apartment.
Oh God, this scene.
Not knowing. Well, no, not yet.
Oh, that's not the next one. Yet?
This one's where he shows up at her apartment.
Oh yeah, without, she's like, how do you know where I live?
She's like, I need you to leave. I don't know how you know where I live, but you're overstepping some major boundaries. So it's like, dude, way to show your cards early, first of all.
Right.
Like, come on. He just gets worse. It just gets worse.
It does.
Because then he decides that he's going to show up to her class to talk about the
Right.
business side of hockey in her business class. It literally goes, so I've decided I need to play a little hardball. I'm prepared to pay for everyone in this room's tuition for the whole year if she agrees to go to my game on Friday.
Which, like, why would I be the asshole that doesn't go on the date at that point? Because, like she's mentioned in the book, like, there's a single mom in the back and she's got tears running down her face because she's so happy that she wouldn't have to pay tuition. Like,
right. Like, you literally forced her hand because she would feel like a horrible person if she didn't. And it just gets worse. Then the jealousy part comes in. So his best friend, Ari, decides that when she comes to the game, he's going to give her his jersey to wear.
Poor Ari. It was just a joke.
She comes down and he literally flies off the handle and goes, if you ever wear another man's jersey, I will kill that man. So be careful, sweetheart. And Ari just thinks it's funny, though. He's just laughing. Like, he's, like, hysterical. Like, he thinks it's so funny.
And Lincoln's pissed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Then this is the part that yeah.
This is when I, like, crashed out on this book.
The next evidence for a red flag was when he decides to go over to her apartment
while she's
sleeping and gets himself off watching her sleeping in bed. Yep.
Yeah, I was in the car driving home from work. And mind you, I live 5 minutes away. And I'm there and I'm like, no, he's not gonna. Oh, no, he does. No.
Yep. Well, and then when they finally we have consent to have sex. Mm-hmm. What does he do? He basically goes, look at me. No, look at me. She looks down and sees Monroe, her name, tattooed on his penis.
And I was at work when I heard that one because I was listening to it at work.
So she asked him, like, when did you? And he literally goes, the second I knew you were real.
I'm pretty sure I texted you about that too, because I was like, he just met. I was like, he hasn't even met her, or they just met, and he's already got her name tattooed on his dick.
If we want to give another device of evidence for your book for Carving for Kara,
no, you're.
And the
you're
second
right.
one, he literally had her be the one to tattoo it on him, and then he tattooed his name on her inner thigh.
Yeah, that was after she lost her mind.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear it.
No, you're right.
Then it just kept going downhill from here. The next one literally pays off the landlord to evict her, so that way he would have a new roommate and have her move in. Then he goes to her boss and has video evidence of him cheating on his wife. Not just with the boss wasn't just cheating with her best friend. Nope. The boss was also cheating with his wife's brother.
Oh my God. And
so
I
not
don't know
just the
why.
best friend, but also the brother. So I'm like, oh, you had a lot of secrets up in here.
I died laughing for some reason. I don't know why I found that funny, but I was just like, not just the best friend, but also the brother. Like, what?
Right? Like, how many people up close we gonna get?
Right?
So anyway, so he basically shows the video evidence and goes, okay, I'm bribing you. I want you to fire her. So they come up with the whole lie of how they think she's stealing money and fire her. So that way she's completely dependent on him.
The emotional roller coaster he's putting her on.
Right? Well, then she had to go meet, like, the family. And it was just, his family is a whole other piece of
work.
Which
they didn't even mention, though, like, the catering company she worked for.
Yeah. He bribed off, and he called and told the lady that she doesn't need any more jobs. She needs to concentrate on school.
Oh, he did.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's probably why I didn't remember. It wasn't something that shocked me.
Yep. So that way she didn't have any work. So then she visited his family. Dad is not happy with him. His family is psychotic. It's a whole.
Oh my God, his family are horrible people.
Thing. So what does his dad do? Behind his back, sends her the videos of him bribing the landlord and her boss.
Because we just have, private investigators following everybody.
Oh, of course. So that is, given to her. So when he gets home a few minutes later, she is like freaking out and is like, I have to go to school to talk about credits. And he's like, oh, I'll drive you. And she's like, oh, no, that's okay. Like, I'll go. He's like, everything okay? And she's like, of course. I'll see you in a little bit. Then he goes, sure you don't want to talk about those videos on your phone?
Yeah.
She freezes in place. She's like, what videos? You really think after going through all this effort to make you mine that I wouldn't be monitoring your phone too? And then proceeds to stick a needle in the back of her neck and drug her so she blacks out. So now we're going into the Stockholm Syndrome stuff because, that wasn't enough. So, literally, next page, it's in his point of view. He talks and lets a little thing drop that he could track her even if she left, because the tracker she thought was just a birth control implant took care of being able to do that. So he put a tracker in her birth control implant.
So it's birth control and an implant.
It's like one of those implants in the arms,
but it's also
it has
birth
a tracker
control?
and it's a birth control, but it has a tracker in it too.
Okay.
Yep.
Just making sure.
So he can track her at any time. Yep. And so when she finally comes to, you find out that as she gingerly shifts her legs to get out of bed, only to feel a sharp pain in her ankle, glancing down, horrified to find that she is cuffed at the ankle to the bedpost. Yep. So he's officially kept her captive in his house now. He's not letting her go. And it gets worse, because then when he asks if she's ready for bed, she's like, oh, is that allowed? And his comment is, I have cameras in here. I know you've already gone to the bathroom a couple of times. Everything's allowed. You just can't leave our house. And she corrects him and goes, your house. He's like, Monroe, your name is on the title.
What really, sort of forging is going on here on documents?
Really overstepping boundaries. I mean, and then she gets Stockholm Syndrome, of course.
Oh, yeah, it was funny, though, for that, because she was like, and Stockholm Syndrome kicked in a lot earlier than I thought it would.
Yep. So, I mean, there's a lot. Oh, my gosh, there's so many red flags that I kept going through.
There are so many.
I feel like I went way more in depth than you did. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just trying to.
But
yeah,
we'll move on to Zayden.
Okay.
There's not as many with Zayden.
That's true.
Because, there's quite a few green flags with him. But I will say, starting off the bat, like, he finds out they're on the parapet. I love how she's, like, describing him, and, like, you already get the feeling of, like, oh, I feel like this is going to be somebody that, like, you're not supposed to like. And she's all, like, talking about how hot he is, basically. And they're like, Sorengel? He's like, wait, you're General Sorengel's youngest? She's like, you're Zayden.
Zayden Ryerson.
Your father killed my older brother. So they're all like, and then she asks him straight up, like, literally, we're in chapter 1. Asked if he was going to kill her. And he goes, why would I waste my energy killing you when the parapet will do it for me? Your turn. Like, way to go, right off, chapter 1, he already is like,
yep,
wishing her death. The next part is for my evidence. When they go in and they're forming their squats.
Okay.
How they get put into, I want to say, was it second? Were they in the second squad, technically?
Yeah,
second
I think
wing.
so.
And then they get moved, and then, they're in the process of following Dane to their new position, only to find out that they're moving to fourth wing, which is Zayden's wing. Yeah. And she literally goes, we're taking places in our new formation. I force myself to breathe. There's a fucking smirk on Zayden's arrogant, handsome face. I'm now entirely at his mercy, a subordinate in his chain of commands. He can punish me however he likes. for the slightest infraction, even imaginary ones. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, red flag.
Yep.
Like, we scared. What's going to happen? And then he, trying to like not give everything away, but basically they're in the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of them's there that's not supposed to be there. She's waiting out up in a tree trying to hide, like, so that until they leave. Thinks they all left, comes down, and a shadow lunges behind her, wraps a forearm around, like elbow around her neck, squeezes and says, "Scream and you die."
Freaking shadows.
She's like, "How did you know?" He's like, "I command shadows, but sure, if your perfume is what give you away."
Damn.
It's like, ooh, you're not safe with those shadows around now. He's listening into everything you're saying. The next piece of evidence is the quote saying, "Killing you wouldn't be any trouble, violence. It's leaving you alive that seems to cause the majority of my trouble." It's like, whew. So no trouble to kill me. It's keeping me alive. That's the problem. Nice to know.
Thanks.
Right? Oh, next one is after threshing. Because you learn, she bonds with the dragon that is tied to Xaden. And Dane is trying to like convince her that he did something.
Oh, yeah.
And Xaden was like, my thoughts exactly. Sorengirl is the last person on the continent that I'd ever want to be chained to me. I didn't do this.
And mind you, they have to be together for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. They can only go so many days without each other.
Yeah.
Like their dragons have to be.
They're soulmates.
Yes, they are. That's cute. Next one is where he starts overstepping the boundaries. So I'll read a little bit of this one. So when Xaden comes up and tells Dane that there's a change in the squad role, and he's like, "You'll be gaining Liam from tail section," and she goes, "I do not need a bodyguard." Completely ignores and goes telling about how good like Liam is and what an asset he'll be, blah blah blah. And she just keeps repeating, "I do not need a bodyguard." And Ingen's like, "Good luck with that approach."
Right.
And he's like, "You do though. We both learned last night, and I can't be everywhere you are. But Liam here, he's a first year. He can be in every class, at every challenge, and I even had him assigned to library duty. So I hope you get used to him, Sorengale." She just straight tells him that he's overstepping. Yeah. He's like, "You haven't begun to see overstepping." And then he makes the comment about not being able to sleep on her floor, and she goes, "He is not sleeping on my floor." "Of course not. I had him moved to the room next to yours. Wouldn't want to overstep." You're already overstepping, dude. These are like red flags all up the wall. Like you are overstepping.
Right.
But we love him for it. But you're overstepping. His quote that he quotes a lot of, "You'll be the death of me."
Yep.
It's another piece of evidence. All right, last piece I had marked was toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
When you that's kind of when you find out he's been keeping all these secrets. Mm-hmm. And she's kind of like whirlwinding of like, who's really my friend, who isn't my friend, how, like, and you're finding out like Xaden has all these secrets from her, didn't tell her anything. And his thing is like, "I need you to stay calm, Violence." Whoever stays calm when you tell somebody to stay calm like that? Nobody. She does find out you've been lying to her this whole time and not telling her any of the truth. This whole time.
A continuous flag.
I know.
Throughout the series.
Oh, yes, because it goes back into, I'm reading, re-listening to Iron Flame right now, and it's just like, still they're having the same problem of like him not being fully truthful with her. Anyway, so that is our evidence. So let's go into the defense challenge.
Okay.
So we are putting one of your toxic boyfriends up on trial. You get 2 minutes to basically present an argument on why their tragic backstory is the whole reason for it. And the other one gets to judge and say either based on what your defense is if you banished to a trash heap, or if they are conditional pardon because they're hot.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, I am defending Tamlin. Tampon, Rhett is not redeemable.
Yeah, no.
At all. He's in the trash bin automatically. So, I am defending Tamlin because, one, we don't have his backstory. We don't know his backstory. Why is he the way he is? We don't know. 2, he had to deal with the blight. He was confined into a mask for, I don't know how long, but a long time. And, you know, you've got Amarantha to answer to, and she's nuts. And he just wanted to be loved. What is wrong with wanting to be loved? He's lonely. All he has is Lucian. And Lucian pisses him off sometimes too. So just think about how lonely he is and how he just wants a partner. Granted, he did it forcefully, but he did it out of love. The defense rests.
All right. This one's a hard one. I'd say he is sitting in that pile. You know, when you organize things where you have that pile that you don't know what you're going to do with yet.
Like the chair pile?
Yeah. He's in that chair pile on his way toward becoming trash. But I feel like we need more stories to be able to figure out, though, if he's completely kicked to the curb.
I agree.
Or if he has redeemable
qualities.
But I'm going to say he's more leaning toward the trash heap.
I agree.
But he did too much. He did too much. He's doing too much. All right. So for mine, I chose Zayden because, let's be honest, Lincoln, sorry, you're just... You did quite a bit, and I don't know if you could be defended in court. All right. Your Honor, I stand before you today to defend a man who has been deeply, grossly misunderstood by the legal system of Navarre. I would like you to look at Zayden Ryderson and see the dangerous shadow-wielding criminal that the prosecution would like to see him as. And says that he has, committed multiple counts of stalking, psychological warfare, and weaponizing gaslighting. They point out his threats to handle Violet Sorrengail. They point out him using literal magical shadows to wiretap her private conversations. But Your Honor, I ask that you look past the lethal daggers. I ask that you look at the terrifying dragon bond. And I ask you to look at his tragic backstory. This man is not a villain. He is a product of his environment. Let us review Exhibit A. His father was literally executed right in front of him. He was forced to bear a physical and emotional scars of the rebellion he didn't ask for. He has the weight of 107 foster siblings, rebellion kids, on his back. The man hasn't had a full 8 hours of sleep since he was 15 years old. When Zayden said, "You're going to be the death of me, Violet," that is not a toxic threat. It is a cry for help from a boy who just needs a hug and a therapist. And the shadow stalking? Your Honor, when you have trust issues that deep, because the entire government lied to you about the existence of soul-sucking venom monsters, you don't use a standard dating app. You use shadowy signets to ensure your partner isn't a secret spy. It's not a privacy violation. It's an extensive background check on them out of pure, unadulterated trauma. He didn't withhold state secrets from Violet to manipulate her. He did it to reduce her cognitive load because of his love for her. My client is simply a traumatized, overachieving, beautifully structured young man who needs a little grace and a lot of understanding and someone like me to fix him. The defense rests, and the defense would also like to ask the client out for dinner.
I too would like to ask the client out for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's Satan. He's redeemable. He's not going in the trash bin. I can't put him in the trash bin.
Heck no. Heck nah. All right. Now that we've laid out all the evidence, we've made our decisions. As we're coming to an end, let's finish with our segment that, we've done before, and we're going to continue doing with each books that we bring up. So our segment is called Survival of the Fittest, the Dragon Lair Challenge. So we know Xaden would survive a dragon attack.
Yes, 100%.
He commands shadows, bonded to an amazing dragon. But what happens if we drop the other Toxic King straight into the potential line at Buzzguy War College?
Well, I can tell you right now, Tamlin's dying.
Yeah.
I don't think he can fend for himself very well.
No, he will literally be dragon kibble.
Yep.
Do you think, though, that the others would be able to bond with the dragon, escape, or do you think they'd also become dragon kibble?
I think the dragon would set Rhett on fire immediately, like at the threshing.
Yeah. He wouldn't even make it to threshing.
No,
he wouldn't presentation. They'd be walking in presentation. He would say something, and it'd all be done from there.
Dead. I don't know. I feel like Lincoln could probably survive.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Lincoln, I feel like he gives off enough of that, like, he does it in, like, a protective manner, and I feel like dragons would, there'd be a dragon out there that'd appreciate it. He'd probably end up bonded with the right dragon.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I can see that.
It's probably going to be as unhinged as he is. I mean, if Jack Barlow can bond with the dragon, I think Lincoln can bond with the dragon.
Jack Barlow was crazy.
Trust me, girl. All right. So with our wrap-up today, let's give our thoughts kind of on why we love these characters that we picked. Why do we pick the characters we picked?
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I don't love Rhett, but I like the book.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked him.
Okay.
Tamlin. Tamlin's Tamlin. I don't love him. I did love him at first. We all loved him at first.
Yeah, we got played by that.
I'm so sorry if you were one of the people with a Tamlin tattoo.
Ooh, that was not.
But I love the entire series, so I'm excited to see where it goes with him.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, especially since the series isn't done, we're still in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I picked mine because, first of all, I love my hockey romances, so I wanted to do a dark romance because I knew you were doing a darker book, so I wanted to pick one. And I absolutely love that series. My favorites would have to be a tie between the second book and the third book, though. Gotta love those. I'm excited for you to read those. But, I like Lincoln, too. They're different. They give you the things that you don't want in real life, but you want in your book.
Right?
Yes. So, and then, of course, with Xaden. Xaden, he's my wing leader. What can I say? I love those.
We all love Xaden.
All right, so we wanted to add something a little bit new this time around. We wanted to call to action to you guys, the listeners. So we want you to tell us, what are your favorite red flag characters? You can either leave it in the comments or, reviews or anything on Instagram, if you're watching it on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram,
Apple.
I mean, anywhere you listen to the podcast.
TikTok.
Or TikTok or Instagram pages. Leave us comment message, something like that, and Tell us who your favorite red flags are. We're always up for more
We love
challenges.
our red flags.
We love reading them, so we're always up for recommendations for new ones.
Yes.
You gotta love them.
Yes, we are.
Gotta love them.
I love my dark romances.
Yes.
But I don't want to know what that says about me.
Okay. It just means that you like to escape reality. That's all it says. We good.
That's with every book I read.
I
know. I read a lot of dark stuff. Don't mind me.
You do.
All right. And what are we doing next episode? A little teaser.
Yeah. Next episode, we are going to be doing what we're considering the hype train. So we picked out our book already of one that was super hyped up before it came out. We're going to be talking about different things on like what we thought the hype was. Did we jump on the bandwagon of reading it right away, or were we one of those who held off?
What other people, don't look at me like that. Okay. What other people were thinking about it and posting.
Some top posts. We're going to read off a couple of comments and stuff like that we found. So, the book we picked, because I'm obsessed with it and got you obsessed with it, is going to be Fourth Wing. So we will be talking more about Fourth Wing. That's why I didn't want to give too much away in my reading. I was like trying to
we're
be a little more vague, but we're going to be covering Fourth Wing in the next podcast.
I'm always late on the hype train.
The hype train of it. So, this wraps up our red flag episodes, fellow book dragons. Until next time, keep your blankets cozy, your TBR fiercely guarded, and your Dr. Pepper ice cold.
Go order some takeout. Try not to burn down the library, obsessing over your red flagged book boyfriend. And absolutely, do not look at your bank account. Buy the book. You deserve the book.
Yes, you deserve the book. Buy it.
Especially if it's sprayed edges or special edition.
Mm-hmm. Oh, or signed.
Ooh, or signed.
Chef's kiss.
All of the above.
All of them. Yes. All right. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.